What's up, alien savages, and welcome to another episode. Today I would like to read you a story about the Matrix Spoon Boys message. Ho, 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 ho. Have you watched The Matrix, the movie? The first one? It's actually not a movie. It's a documentary. And someone sent me this article, and it's a short one, and I want to break it apart. So, how are you feeling? I really like my Play podcast. I just come on here, and I play, and I be present, and do whatever excites me. In the moment, getting out of my head, flexing my biceps, and really, every of these last episodes, my channel is like so open that usually towards the end, something is like really coming through, and it's always the thing. The physical mind doesn't know what it is. So I'm like, I don't know what's coming through today. That's the truth. I don't know. But definitely something is coming through. Why? Because I am excited to make a podcast. But yeah, check out my latest ones. They're really nice. Let's put on a chill song. This is a good song. It's called A Song for Your Heart. Yeah, okay, but yeah, I cannot focus on this song. Okay. So, I link you the text down below, so you can also read it if you want. Many have seen The Matrix, but it seems fewer grasp just how powerful the Spoon's boy message was when Neo first visited the Oracle. The boy says to Neo, so yeah, if you haven't watched The Matrix, Neo goes to the Oracle to like receive a reading for the prophecy, and there he meets this little boy. It's like a shaved head. He looks like the airbender, and he says, because he's like bending all these spoons. And he's saying to Neo, do not try and bend the spoon. That's impossible. Instead, only try to realize the truth. There is no spoon. Then you will see that it's not the spoon that bends. It is only yourself. Dum dum dum. As Bashar likes to say, there is no reality. There's only what you believe to be true. There's only what you believe. How does he say it? There is no reality. There's only. Wait, I'm gonna quickly look that up, because we're gonna go deep into like the deepest form of metaphysics. So, are you ready? Are you ready? There is no reality. There is no reality, but what I believe to be true. Yeah. And this is my big theme right now of this awakening I find myself in. I just stare right through the illusion, and it's getting more and more obvious as I speak. A really big one was when I drank ayahuasca like 7 months ago. When I drank the second cup, everything around me was like clouds. And it could be whatever I imagined it, because it's all our imagination. So I at some point saw it all like in the Matrix as codes. But it was like too disembodied for me, so I was like, I preferred seeing it all like as these gray clouds, to like roughly see the like what we call physical reality, like what we can touch. But the only thing that was actually solid were the fellow souls in the room, like the other people drinking ayahuasca, Rich and his team holding the space, and his cats. And it was so trippy, because on ayahuasca I wasn't grounded at all. I was in a psychosis when I was like on ayahuasca, that I like I couldn't hold that much consciousness in my body. Not just in a way that feels good, but I couldn't hold it. It was like, it was too much, so it was uncomfortable, and I wasn't even 100% sure of all the things that were going on because it was just too much. I reached capacity, over capacity, I cannot hold it. And I'm so happy that I haven't reached these states soberly, because I don't want to experience a psychosis ever soberly. It's just not what I prefer. That's why I make sure I stay grounded in the timeline. I take staying grounded so seriously. Like really, I don't take many things too seriously, but this I really do, because yeah, it's only fun if you hold that amount of consciousness, and we're talking high stuff. We're like really awakening. Who are we kidding? We're reaching enlightenment. We're ascending. It only feels good if you hold that much consciousness in a way that feels good in my body, that I can hold comfortably. So, yeah. I'm telling you nothing new here. I'm just telling you I'm getting to a point where I hold so much consciousness that I actually see through the illusion soberly in a way that feels good. More and more so. Especially at night. Like the last nights I was always awakened, often by mosquitoes or something. So like, Ferdi, you need to be awake in the dream at like 2, 3 a.m. in the morning. Because at night the veil to spirit is so thin, especially here on the island. And then I'm like in my tent outside or in my bed, and I go outside and sit on our porch at the stairs, and I look at the stars and the moon, and there's Faye coming home from the gym. How was it?
Very busy. It was so full.
Yeah, she says it was very full because she tried to go to the gym in the morning. So I'm proud of you for trying. So is it good that I make a podcast, or should I just stop it now and delete my whole social media and hide under the blanket?
Second, of course.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, so...
Just fuck it. Just escape this whole reality and hide away from the world and fuck it all, you know?
Okay, I'm gonna escape this whole reality. And bye-bye, I'm gonna delete now my whole social media, and you can find me under the blanket. This is where I spend the rest of eternity. The physical mind is so harsh to ourselves. Why have we this burden? But yeah. Back to the story. So yeah, exactly. At the night, looking at nature and the stars and the moon, it's like home. Like nature's all like this. Like I slept a week in the tent, and then it was a little too intense. So I slept now 3 nights in the bed. But now I had the first night in the tent again because, yeah, last night, like 2 nights ago in the bed, I was waking up and I'm like, what is this house? Like, I went outside in nature, and we are nature. We are nature. And I looked at nature and like, this is real. This is like, yeah, it sounds so trippy, and it is. That, yeah, like I slept tonight in the tent again, and it's like this feeling when I wake up, when I've been at the waterfall for many hours, and this just feels so good. But like step by step, sleeping every night in the tent was like too much. I needed a break. So I always recommend having a house, having a home. This is like taking this awakening, like doing it step by step in a way that feels good. But I just like, this is what I'm saying. I find myself in a place where I took it step by step, and I just find myself on the cusp of staring through the illusion, shedded all my fear, being almost fully realized in every moment. I'm fully here, I'm aware, I'm present, hi, hello. And also whatever happens in the moment energetically, I realize it as I speak. And this is like what many say is enlightenment, and I'm not enlightened yet, but I'm like, we're heading there, and I feel like I'm close, whatever close means. It's just like, okay, let's just read on. What he's saying is there is nothing that is not yourself because Neo was not just an entity as the body. Neo was the entire matrix becoming self-aware to rewrite and change itself. This is why in the final movie there's rain and in the very end there's sunshine. It is like the only sentence for me that I don't get, that there's like rain and then there's sunshine. Like I don't know how this fits in, because for me the first the first movie is like the documentary. Like the writers are awake, they channeled that, and it's like a permission slip to awaken, because you can remember everywhere if you actually like tune in the right frequency, the God frequency, the remembrance frequency. You can find it in many movies, in many songs, everywhere. You just have to like be on the right frequency to receive. Like as a kid, I watched The Matrix and I was just like, oh, it's so cool how it's made, and there's something in me responding to it, but it's subconsciously. I wasn't conscious of it. But then because I matched the frequency, I'm like, is anyone seeing this? But then the second and third movie is for me going downhill. What I figure is that it's always the people behind it, the directors, producers, they're not as woke anymore. So it goes downhill. Less wokeness, more action and explosions and blah. So at the very end there's sunshine. But maybe there's sunshine at the end of the movie. But in the first one, doesn't he start to fly and it's like fully believing in himself and getting that, yeah, he is the Matrix. And this is this funny point I find myself in my awakening, that I wake up beyond myself, that I feel the third law, the one is the all and the all is the one, in my body. It was for a long time in my brain that I could only hold it intellectually, and a long time before I couldn't even hold it intellectually. It just didn't make sense. Like, what do you mean we're all one? And if then for many years I could hold it, oh yeah, we're all one. We go like upstairs, there are less and less illusions of separation. It's like we're the individual souls. We go higher, they are the oversouls, the different oversouls. And we go higher and they're like oversouls of oversouls to like all that is, to the one, and they're infinite the ones. So now I can really hold it in my body. And also, this is like what I'm now tapping into in this awakening, is holding in my body that I'm more than my body, that I am third density itself, that I am everything. And like really in my body, so experientially, like. And this is for a while I scared being this awake, because it's not so much as random anymore. Because like, yeah, it's all a perfect orchestration of synchronicity. It's all the reflective mirror. Anything inside of you is reflected externally. That's why like I'm so happy I'm social again, because social for me is the only thing that that is unpredictable, and it is the realest, because the other actual souls, because all the 3D stuff is just made up. Is it doesn't excite me anymore to like on another level, like materialistic things in this way that it used to. It's I know it's all taken care of, because it's like it's reflecting the vibration I'm at, and where I'm at I get supported in whatever I need. I just know it in my bones. It's not just like, oh, we need to leave this fairy house in a month, like mid-March probably. Where's the next chapter? Oh, I should already look. So it's high season. It's hard to find something. Nada. It's in my bones that I know God loves me. I'm taken care of in not what I want, but what I need. So it shifted that I want now what I need. I want what I need, because what I need will always fulfill me. And I just know it in my bones. I have too many experiences in my life that it's all working out actually. And it's not just the experiences, because we need those experiences to actually start believing it. This is how reality, universe works. But then the next awakening is like you're in the knowingness. It's in your bones that I just like, I know without a shadow of a doubt. Like, if I get like some reflections that there's something weird, like something in my masculine is like, I get like 3D complications, then oh yeah, there's something in my masculine that my feminine isn't in a healthy container, so it creates chaos. So there's something I need to like turn on in my divine masculine. It's like always having perfect balance internally, and then you get it reflected externally. I just know that, and that's why I'm just like, I choose balance, because I want to have a smooth sail. I love my reality experience. I love it so much. I don't like this out of balance stuff anymore, getting those reflections. And I'm too awake to play this game, because I'm conscious it's all a reflective mirror. If I'm getting unbalanced reflections, things exploding around me, then there is something to like tender inside, to look inside. And not to just be in respawn land and then it never goes away until it's internally changed. It's like, I like how Bashar says it. It's not that your outside has changes that is indicating that you have changed. It's when you respond to the same circumstances differently, then you know you have changed, and then your outside will change. It's all the same, blah blah, I say for years, but now it's really in my bones. I'm in the knowingness on like another level. So it like, I find myself so restful, having such a calm nervous system. And now it's more like dealing with, okay, yeah, I'm awake. It's not so random anymore. It's this timeline is playing out. I will walk down this hallway, and I already know where it's going. And that's why I find the beauty these days in the ordinary things, because the ordinary things is like, yeah, Ferdi, enjoy it. And also the ordinary things is like, yeah, this is where I don't know how I will get there. Like, all the stuff I speak in my other podcasts, I'm haunted by my prophecy. I saw it too many times, too clearly, down the hallway I must. But now I'm just make sure I enjoy it. Like, it's an amazing timeline. Let me tell you that. It's an amazing timeline. We want to like really make sure to enjoy it as much as we can. And now I'm okay with being this awake where it's not so random anymore, because it is simply grounded. It feels good. I enjoy way more having a calm nervous system and enjoying the ordinary things and connecting to all my friends. And yesterday I went to aesthetic dance and I dropped in with like 10 people, and I'm so full of life. Then begging to like be less awake, and then being like forgetting again, and then being like, oh, things are exploding and I don't know why, and I'm just responding and my nervous system is fried and I talk like this because my voice is in my head and I don't know. It's a fun game and I've played it for a long time. But it doesn't serve me anymore to play the game on this level. So I'm crowning this new awakening, staring right through the illusion, seeing matrix codes everywhere, and taking a deep sip. Coconut water. What a life. Why wouldn't I be here if I can wake up in the morning, out of my tent, next to my queen? She makes a nice matcha. I sit outside. I send all my voice messages to all my friends right now. I'm showing up for a lot of women in my life. And it feels so good. Being a healthy masculine. Oh my God. I'm like, yesterday I had a walk of gratitude because I was like, thank you that I'm in this male avatar, that my soul is in this male avatar, and I get to experience the timeline of a healthy masculine. What I reach now is divine, healthy masculine, and these riches, these inner riches by women, many women feeling safe to open their emotional reality to me, is the, like putting your dick inside all the woman. Like how much pleasure is in your dick and that sensations is like, that small. If you're looking, I'm just like putting my fingers like these little bit versus the soul riches of woman feeling safe with you and opening their emotional reality to you, like sharing the energetic downloads, how they like what's actually going on. This is where it's at. Whoa. And I have the most amazing queen, Faye, and our sex life is amazing. We have such good sex. We're watching The Last Kingdom right now, like the Vikings fighting the Christians, and like, like we're so in our humanness. Our sex got so primal, so savage, which is fucking like animals, and it feels amazing. Like I'm so full in all the ways, and it's amazing how having my woman and going the deepest with her, and then allowing to be such a healthy masculine for all the other women in my life, like Nicole and Imara, I show up for right now, and like I can go on and on. Like they're like daily things that are happening where I step in as a healthy masculine and like check in with a voice message or show up, or like see what they need and offer it to them on the silver tray in a really nice way. And this is just like it's like this is beyond like what a gift. Like I so arrived why I picked this timeline. And my journey right now is really these two main things of my alien journey, all the alien stuff, and all my alien friends who are just like like all this. And on the other hand, yes, I am a human in a male body, and I reached this level of awakening and I grounded it, so this makes me a really healthy masculine. And then being that with other humans is amazing. It's so amazing. Like yesterday at the dance, I was at the aesthetic dance, and there were like some brothers where there was something to heal, and I immediately lean in and we create this moment of dropped in love and apologies and forgiveness and brotherhood is beyond. Is like yesterday I was dropping in at the dance with like 10 friends, 10 people I know, and I met like many that I know, but I didn't drop in, just like dancing a little and stuff. But with 10, like I wrote them down afterwards. After the dance, I like to go in the sauna and ice bath to like reflect every conversation. And then I went to the beach and I just was overwhelmed with gratitude of like, this feels so good. Okay. So, whoa, this podcast is all over the place, and that's what I love. Should we go back to the story? Let's take a deep sip. Okay, deep breath. Fully exhale. And inhale. Yeah. Anyone who knows the Matrix knows everything which appears is really shaped through Matrix code, which means Neo, who could visibly see the Matrix code, was also all of the characters and places, not just the one we saw in the flesh as Neo. Yeah, and this is right now the step of my awakening, that connecting to the Oversoul. So there's a lot of downloads about Oversouls. I re-listened to this amazing Bashar cutout about the Oversoul. I maybe put it at the end. It's like 20 minutes long. Or I link it down below, and I forgot, just like text me. It's in the Bashar folder. You know, I have like a Bashar Google Drive folder with all the goodies. And so, just speaking metaphysics again, there's like the one, and then the first separation of the one is like all that is, like becoming self-aware, because we need each other to like know that we exist. If there's no reflection, it's just the one, the homogeneous, the one, and they're like, you go even higher, they're infinite, the ones. It's like how I describe it is like, I am the one, and inside of my body there are all these organs and all the stem cells that are working together, and it's like is the infinite inside of me. And outside I am the one. There is no, like, I don't see my organs inside of me. It's just working. But my lung is really aware of my liver, and my liver is really aware of my heart, and they're working together. They're all the, like, stem cells that are like, where can I help? Like shapeshifters, like reflectors, like me, completely undefined. I'm a stem cell. I can, like, do anything, which also sometimes is challenging because, like, yeah, what's the point if I, like, don't have, like, karma anymore to clear and dense layers I need to shed? This is like a hypothesis I have about human design. It's just whatever. I don't know if it's true at all. This just came to me. The less centers you have defined in your human design, the more centers you have defined in your human design, the more densities you have to still work through in this enmeshment, this planetary enmeshment. We came down here in these densities of this human reincarnational cycle, which is for many a loop, and to get out of the loop, we need to, like, clear all our karma, clear all these densities, and maybe the defined centers in our human designs are how many densities we have left to clear. So that's why many that are, like, really defined, they're, like, so dense, and they're, like, having so much purpose because there's, like, so much shit that's going on they need to work through and stuff they need to, like, realize. And I find myself, like, as a reflector, nothing defined, all empty, and this is often my challenge, that I have nothing to do, actually. Like, really, it's like right now I'm doing the podcast. I'm in it fully, and I love it. And then I edit it and upload it, and then I'm like, okay, there's really nothing for me to do. So I, like, give myself things to do, but there's nothing, like, there's just, like, I feel like I came back here as, like, purely to help. But not because I still have my own karma going on and stuff. No, I came here as, like, a spirit guide in the flesh. And it feels amazing, as I just, like, said many times, because now I'm really in my purpose, like, my divine masculine, and now I can, like, show it off, like, I can be social again. But last year, when, like, I still had to, like, heal all the poison I've drunken and had to make a lot of realizations, overate on this toxic world buffet and had to purge it out. Like, yeah, it got really depressing for me, really suicidal even sometimes, because I was like, wait, what am I doing here on this planet? Like, there's nothing binding me to this. But yeah, this is all whatever. It holds no weight. This is just, like, I don't know if this is true. But yeah, anyways, back to the Oversoul. So how it works, all that is, the first separation of all that is like the angelic realm, and then it goes, like, down to, like, more and more illusions of separations, down to us humans, 8 billion on planet Earth. And, like, if we go higher, so our individual soul, our higher self, higher mind, whatever you want to call it, one Oversoul holds, like, let me lie, about, like, 25,000 individual souls, makes up one Oversoul. So we have, like, 500,000 Oversouls on planet Earth. And people in your Oversoul family, they can be your best friends, you can vibe super hard, but also they can be enemies, that you don't like them and have, like, competition. Or you, like, don't even recognize them, you, like, have nothing in common, because we're all, Earth is like a masterclass. We come here, we reincarnate here to go through lessons, to grow. And there can be people in your Oversoul family that have completely different lessons, and the keyword is always resonance. It's like, yeah, we go higher, we're one Oversoul, but down here we're not resonating, because, like, you having a matrix lesson timeline and I'm an awakening timeline. But anyways, I'm really connecting to the Oversoul, and now I all of a sudden have all these, like, big questions. I feel like I need another Bashar private session soonish. Of, like, okay, if out of us 8 billion individual souls on Earth, there are only 500,000 Oversouls. So we go higher, upstairs in spirit. You and I, there is no separation. We're one. We're, like, one Oversoul, and there's another Oversoul. And then it's only, like, 500,000. Oh, thank you. They made me a matcha. Now this is gonna be an extra good podcast. And then I have these big questions like this one. If we go higher to the Oversouls, and then all of us, like 25,000 people that are now individual souls, are one Oversoul, who is the conscious wielder? Who's the conscious awareness of the Oversoul? Yes, it's all of us, but there must be one part of the Oversoul that is the conscious driver. Of like now, Ferdi, I'm speaking, but also inside of me there are many personalities. And I have an order. I don't have a personality disorder, which we classify as a disease because people are confused in this weird matrix we have put into place, which tries to tell us we are one-dimensional being, get in the box, and we are waking up, and so we're like, oh, this is a disorder. No. Once you like get into balance, all these voices, you're having a multiple personality order. Like right now with this matcha, you saw it. What came out, it was my inner kid, like, wow, like a matcha, and I let all these voices out in resonance. Like when people channel and they're not in balance, their humanness, it's like so all over the place. There's like a lot of poison coming out. Whereas like a channel like Daryl Anchor, he's really in balance, his humanness, and his channeling is crystal clear. So let's take a sip of this matcha, and then we figure out who's the driver of the Oversouls. Is it then we're like not 8 billion people all of a sudden, we're just 500,000. Yeah, just I'm really contemplating really big questions right now, and this is just for fun. Like I recommend don't spend too much time contemplating, because I don't. I live my life. I really live my life. And also I love contemplating, like on my scooter rides, and like because my channel is so open that it just like finds me. The answers just find me, and I love it. But also I don't like obsess about it, how I sometimes did in the past. And it was preventing me from living. Because when I can feel, oh, my channel is open, something wants to go through, I'm like on my scooter listening to ceremony music, and it just like comes through and finds me. And then once it's like there, I decode it with my physical mind. And once it's decoded, I just let it go. Because then what I did in the past sometimes with my physical mind, I was just obsessing about it, even though nothing more would come through. And it's like higher self, like, Ferdi, now go and live your life. You want to unwrap Christmas gifts 24/7. And you're trying to unwrap even more, like overeat from all the cookies. No. Now enjoy. And like, enjoy like being a human. Like, yesterday I went to the dance, and then I went to Coconut Water with Laser, aka Nicole, and we had so much fun. Like yesterday, oh my god, she opened up about her second birth and how trippy this gets, like in details. And I was like, this would be such a good podcast. So I definitely want to do a podcast with Nicole soon. Anyways, Coconut Water, I went to the sauna and the ice bath and to the beach and then the Shallow Cove night markets, and I bumped into so many friends along the way, and my heart was so full. I just like, in the past I was like in my imagination ego-based, that I'm gonna shapeshift and all the stuff that's to come, all the alien stuff. And I'm like too like ego-based to like show off, see how powerful I am. And now I'm like, oh, this is all gonna come, but I am this right now, like here, my podcast. This is my flex. I am a really good human being. Really balanced, and this is like crystal clear to see. Like you cannot hide anything. It's all what's coming out of you is like inside of you. So it's all in the voice. I cannot fake this voice. Like we're watching The Last Kingdom right now, and Uhtred from Bebbanburg, he is like, his voice is deep in his belly because he went through it, and he's like grounded in who he is and believes in himself. And then there's this slave that a priest saw in a vision he should be king, and all of a sudden he's king. And I'm a king now. And Uhtred, no, I am the king, and your plan is good, but we don't do it because I want to feel more powerful, and I haven't worked through all my stuff, so we do this. And it's like Joffrey in Game of Thrones. He would be a great king eventually, maybe, if he went through it. But he didn't went through it. He's just a brat. He's just a kid. A spoiled kid. And like all of us, we're the survivors. We like all went through so much that is like, how are we still alive? And you hear it in our voices. So let's gather around the fire and let's all see the prophecy and how it's not just one of us, that we're actually all the chosen ones, and it's a co-creation. It's a round table, and we put our swords on the table and we look at our sisters and our brothers, and we shall rise up together. Wow. So, why do you think in the end Mr. Smith asked Neo, that is like the agent, Mr. Smith, asked Neo if he realizes it's impossible to win, that he simply can't. And the reason nothing can be won is they are not separate, like Mr. Smith and Neo and everything else. They are not separate, and Neo began realizing himself as the entire Matrix itself, rather than just a body, which is why he no longer fights Smith and allows him to enter his body. Remember in the last scene of the first one when he was stopped fighting and then he allowed him to enter his body. The body was not Neo. Neo became the chosen one, is acknowledging the self as the entire Matrix, as one self and not two. Mr. Anderson and Smith. Like Mr. Anderson is Neo and Smith, like recognizing they were all one. And it's like one thing to hold it with your mind somehow or fully, and it's a whole other thing to actually embody it. And we're like, oh shit, okay, now we're talking. Ho. There is, and I'm almost done with reading, it's not a long text. There is no body which is separate from Earth. Only mind has made this concept. Earth and body are one beyond what we call them. We are not Mr. Anderson nor Neo. We are the entire Matrix writing itself to experience itself. Realize everything is the form which change. So yeah, I stop now. I realized reading this is not good because I'm here to open my channel and say it all myself. Ferdi, we're learning. In the future, only read short texts, but then say it in your own words, because this is what excites you and you probably as well, to hear it through my channel and then putting my humanness around it. So I'm not gonna read it, but it's down below. So what's really important, what's now coming, is something that we are all the chosen ones. Duh. But in this awakening timeline, it's an awakening timeline, we are only the chosen ones when we are awakened outside the Matrix and realize we put ourselves in there. And I get it, I saw it many times, on ayahuasca. I was loving the Matrix so much because we created the Matrix to forget. We give our power away, we forget, and then when we give our power away, we can be in all these compartmentalizations and give it to religion and government and politicians and be in the fear so we can be controlled and we can fall in line. And then we're basically just an NPC. And it's great if you want to experience that, but you're watching here. So you and I, sister, brother, we're awakening. So we really, and it's steps to exit the Matrix. And it's there are infinite Matrix, we're just waking up to a bigger Matrix basically, but the actual one of structure of reality, this is how it works. And then we're not awake in pure spirit, we're coming down in bodies again, we're just shifting in a higher dimension where everything is more dream-like, but we're still having bodies. And then the next step is becoming semi-physical or quasi-physical, that you can be on a frequency where you can have a body or no body, and then eventually we're becoming purely energetic. So it's going through all the densities, and right now we're shifting from third density to fourth density. It's all that not that hard. It's all really easy. We just need to awaken to it, hold it in our bones. It need to be in our behavior to actually be the embodiment of it. And I invite you to become the chosen one by awakening out of the matrix, that you are the matrix, that you have given your power away, so this could all like be experienced, because now I cannot experience the matrix anymore. I'm too awake. Like, I stare right through it. It only works if I like go into fear and give my power away, then it has power over me, and then there's display. But it's not my excitement anymore. I'm like raising my vibration, and all the low vibe stuff, like fear, so low vibe. I cannot go back in fear. It's like, it's not who I am anymore. So this is a journey we all embark on, and we're all going it in the infinite ways. And I'm just here to tell you, fear is an illusion, and it's time that you reclaim really all your powers. Like, yeah. And then you're in the wilderness. And then you're the chosen one. You're in your sovereign nature. Many have no idea what freedom actually means. It's when you reach that point, it was for me first scary as fuck. I'm like, fuck, I'm fully grounded in the present moment, and I'm a free sovereign being. Like, who do you think my higher self is? It's me. Fuck! And enlightenment is realizing there's nowhere to go and there's nothing to do. And like, yeah, but we create a big game here. We're on a mission, so we have actually a lot to do. Because we're in this timeline, and we gotta walk down the hallway. So, awaken the collective. And like, right now I have so much purpose. My meetups I created every Thursday. The kids aesthetic dance that Nicole is birthing and I'm helping. And just being a spirit guide in the flesh, following my excitement. It's at the gym, it's at the dance, it's somewhere. And helping other people to remember all the things I just say and be the embodiment. And have so much fun while I do that. Yeah. But it's tough when you first like really come to that, and you're like, fuck, I just want to fall asleep again and create an illusion of purpose that I have to do this and all, and I'm like, and then you're like, oh shit, I'm free, there's no cage anymore. Should I not build a golden cage? And it's important that you build golden cages for this period to like really step into sovereign wilderness, no cage. And then there's like, in the wilderness, then there are like completely new challenges. Like here on the Kupangan, it's the best playground for it. It's the Wild West. Like the police and everything, it's like so whatever here. Like when Julian, when he was attacking me, I was so in the fear, and it's not like I can just, or we went to the police, but it was like whatever. I had to like get in touch with my own fear and like transform it. Yeah. But yeah, I'm also saying honor your belief system, as Bashar always likes to say. I love this metaphor he uses. You wouldn't jump out of an airplane without a parachute. It's like, if you believe you still need to like do certain things, then do it because you believe it. Because whatever you believe, you experience. And it's not like I talk myself into. No, but you're still believing that. You're still believing you need to like do a job you don't like. And you got it down to only 2 days per week, but you still believe you gotta do that. So you gotta do it because you don't believe otherwise. Belief is really what you believe the strongest. This is who you are, and this is what you will get reflected. It's in your behavior. Like here, pick up this matcha brain fart cup. When you're watching visually, it's these nice cups, Faye, made out of clay with these old ayahuasca faces. And I just picked up the cup without thinking about it because it's in my behavior. I said in the last podcast, I think. It's not like, I could pick up the cup maybe, but it's but what if I drop it? It's like, no, it's in my bones. I know it. I can, so I do. It's in my behavior. So get in touch with your belief system and honor it. Like for me, like I still have like higher self made sure to like be this papa bear, healthy masculine, show up for others. I have the safety puffer with money that I have like good investments and stuff. Because if I wouldn't have them, yeah, I would probably like also like, okay, I need to go back to Germany. I need to make money. Maybe, I don't know. But because I need to be on this mission, and in order to like be supported to be where I am now, I have this. So yeah, know you're always supported. That it's all perfect. That if you like, oh, why does Ferdi have the safety puffer and I don't? Oh, how exciting! Because there is something for you to like grow. It's a challenge. And I've done all the like 3D, like I've done it to the max, and now I work in spirit. This is really my work. I work in spirit. I work actually really hard. And this is hard for the physical mind and the ego because it's not seen so much by others or even myself, in a sense of like, look, I can touch this car and this money, and it's I mean, now that I'm social again, it's really felt in like all the connections I have with all the people. But it's also not like I'm coaching them and they're paying money or something. No, it's just like we're sitting in the jacuzzi together and having a talk. But because this is what I'm meant to do, I get supported doing that. And whatever you're meant to do, you're supported to do that. And if there's still a challenge in like the 3D of like making money and stuff, how exciting. Like often I would love to like even swap. Because making money is so easy. It's just energy, like everything. And then I could like, oh, I can go back in the material world. I'm like, no, Ferdi. No. Hey, stay awake. Someone has got to pave the way, if that is the word, and help people to get in the boat safely, and that we're having a smooth sail, and forget about the money. You don't need to tip the boatman. You can just come in. Okay. Yeah, just know this awakening is a lot. Like here, so this article finished, and then it says like, I am that I am, awakened Gnostic. And I was like, what is Gnostic? And I was reading these Reddit posts, and there were like so many people sharing their awakening. And here, one I really liked. Let's see how far I will read it. This here is all an experiment of my podcast. First I gotta blow my nose, take a deep breath. Fully exhale. And inhale. I awakened by a lot of things, honestly. I did psychedelics, looked into most, if not all, religions, looked into lost texts, looked into media, music, looked everywhere. The answer is everywhere. That's the funny thing. All you have to do is really dig. It's in the music, in the movies, in the religious, in the stories. Everything on earth points to awakening if you look for it. I would say it if you're matching the vibration, the God vibration. God is a vibration. But you have to really, really look for it and never look back. Me personally, I asked God to awaken me, take me out of the matrix. At first, it was absolute hell. It was horrible. If I was anybody else, I don't even want to know what would have went down, but it's a very, very rough path. I regretted every single second and came closer to suicide, insanity, than I ever have in my life. Awakening is something you definitely have to start dedicating a significant portion of yourself and life for. A lot of things will scare you, a lot of things will distract you, a lot of things will build fear within you, but that's how it is designed. Not everyone is supposed to wake up, not everyone should wake up. Follow your white rabbit, let the universe, God guide you. You are divine, but there is still a power beyond you. That power is your guide. Eventually you will find your guide is the most beautiful thing you could ever have imagined. Everyone's journey is different, of course. Awakening might very well be a walk in the park for you, but it probably won't be. So just keep that in mind. Talk to fellow awakened fellows for some help. Keep yourself grounded in reality and have some fun. You don't need to do anything to wake up. All you need to do is truly want to wake up. Not just say it, but truly, truly want it. Otherwise, you will just turn back around when things actually get started. So yeah, I really like this comment. Mostly for comfort. And I realized, oh, this is why my podcast is really, really important for many of you, is because I'm not like a channel that I'm like channeling an extraterrestrial, blah, blah. I'm a human. Hi, my name is Ferdi, and I'm going through a major awakening. Hey, here's my story. Maybe this will give you some comfort. Maybe you have some realizations. I'm telling you nothing new here. I'm just using different words, and then maybe you can hold certain things even more deeper, embody metaphysics even at a deeper point. I'm like, oh, now that you say it like this, I understand it and can hold it even deeper. Thank you. And also, I want to offer you here a lot of comfort. It's a roller coaster. I've been through hell so many times. Like Jesus, he reached the highest highs of heaven and the lowest lows of hell, because this is the path, the balance to reach enlightenment. Our roots need to like go deep into the ground, into hell, so our branches can go into heaven. So it's just part of it. And I am at this point where whenever, like, after expansion phase, there's a contraction. Whenever I'm in a contraction phase, I make sure to enjoy it, because it's like just as beautiful. It's like, you know, the meme, the spiritual meme where this kid is like having a shoe in his face and like, oh, and then the picture next to it is like zoomed out and he's putting the own shoe in his face. It's like on a higher level, we're all doing that to us, so it's all a game. So the challenge is we have customized for ourselves to grow, to become, to experience. So I always stay connected to the bigger lens. So when I'm now in these I always struggle with that word, expansion and constriction, I think. I make sure like, oh, how exciting. There's like something underneath to discover about myself. And then like I link it to music and just how I said it in my podcast, loving my breakup pain. Like the breakup pain with Britney is immense, and still to this day. And in this podcast I said that almost every day on my scooter I dedicate an entire song to her and the pain, and I feel it. And there's such a beauty in it. There's such a beauty in it. It's like a dog crying for its owner. There's such a beauty in it. It's like the divine. It's like, oh, there's such a good poem about it that Vicky gave me. So if you want to look it up, Love Dog's poem. It's really good. One night a man was crying, Allah, Allah. His lips grew sweet with praising, until a cynic said, so, I've heard you calling out, but have you ever gotten any response? The man had no answer to that. He quit praying and fell into a confused sleep. He dreamt he saw Kitre, I don't know, the guide of souls, in a thick green foliage, I don't know. Why did you stop praising? Because I've never heard anything back. This longing you express is the return message. The grief you cry out from draws you toward union. Your pure sadness that wants help is the secret cup. Listen to the moan of a dog for its master. That whining is the connection. Ooh. They are love dogs no one knows their names of. Give your life to be one of them. Oh. Yeah. Oh. Like this. Yeah. Like this, what I'm like about divine masculine. What I'm feeling that, like some women are really opening up to me right now. Like they're really struggling, and the beauty in like, oh, they're opening up to me like this, and then like, and I can help them. Like this is this is. You cannot help anyone. You can only offer the vibration, and if they go in resonance, they can help themselves. Yeah, blah blah basha. Exactly. And also like, yeah. Being of service is the ultimate gift. There's like you reach a point when you are able to take fully care of yourself, and then your cup is overflowing, and then you take care of others, and this joy is beyond. I mean, it's kind of always the same joy, because back then my vessel wasn't that big. I needed to take care of myself, and this gave me all the joy. And then like the Playboy era and like flowing with so many women gave me immense joy until my vessel became too big that it just didn't anymore. Now I only find this depth in family, in creating tribe, union. So... like yesterday or 2 days ago when we went to the waterfall, I haven't been in some days, and then Moritz chose me, and Anastasia chose Faye. These are like two of our main waterfall dogs that live at the waterfall, and we come there really frequently to feed them and give them lots of loves, and we are their number one secure connection. They trust us, they love us, they come with us on our waterfall adventures. And the other day, like, how much Moritz moaned for me, and I was just like, being that for like not just one but for many people, the number one secure connection is like priceless. So if your cup is overflowing, you don't find happiness just caring about yourself anymore. You find it in expanding. So maybe there is a furry friend that needs help, and you feel the calling to like take care of him or her, or a friend you can pick up, like all these glowing starfish that are glowing in the water, and when they're stranded they will like over hours die and lose their glow, and you can go in the sea and take them and throw them back in the water. And it's like, oh, we're in the infinite universe, what makes the difference? And then you can say, I made a difference to this one. And this one. And this one. I made a difference to them. How so many made a difference in my life. Like Vicky, she really stepped in as a mother. So many times, like helping me with this breakup, and after ayahuasca, losing my shit, bringing me back in my body, like so many times. I'm like, whoa. Yeah. Okay, now I'm in my head, thinking about this podcast. I didn't like how I read the Matrix Spoon message. So I forgive myself. I know you forgive me. If not, it's also okay. I forgive myself. I don't want to like read stuff. I mean, I want to read stuff like the comment and the poem I mean, a poem I didn't read so well, but the comment I read really well. Here's the truth, I cannot read that well, period. And also when it's like too woke, like really about metaphysics, it's just like, it's not fun to listen to. I didn't even like it listening to myself, because in order for me to hold it, I need to like read it quietly in my head and really slow. So my podcast is like hanging out. Hey, this is in a living room for us awakened souls to gather and enjoy a calm nervous system. And this is when I just flow freely. So yeah, I forgive myself and I let it go. And I'm proud of myself that I just showed up with all my gifts and recorded another episode and that I tried. If you never try, you never know. Okay, let's pull one card. If you're watching visually, it's success. Read it as ever you like it. For me, it's that finally it pays off. All this inner work is now so reflected in the outside, and I'm like, I am the waterfall now. I can be social. My cup is overflown. I am realized in most moments, so I can be in most scenarios and share my vibration, and it's so good. I feel so seen. This is like my deepest wound is not being seen, and now I feel so seen. And yeah, it's like, what is it called? My Chiron in Leo is not being seen, because I carry this inside of me that is like really alien, and that will come in perfect timing, and I will be seen greatly. And also until then, I've gotten like seen as like, who am I kidding? Too many, I'm a crazy one, blah blah blah. But now, so many come to me that like, Ferdi, yeah, and after ayahuasca, and when you were starting to eat eggs and this and that, I was like judging you, and now I like, oh my god, I eat eggs myself, and I do this and I do that, and I like relate to you so much. Oh, that feels so good. And also that this like, yeah, my alien journey, I'm not super seen there. Oh, I am seen. I take it back. It's all my beliefs. Like, here my channel is open and I'm seen by hundreds, thousands. Amen. Hosh, aho. And also, because I became this human in a male body, a healthy masculine, I am so seen wherever I go. I'm just like, I like, people love me, because I'm just like, people can feel it when someone is like real, authentic themselves and healthy, and have like the capacity to like show up, that people can lean on me. And it's not that I'm trying or anything. This is just who I am. This is just who I am. This is who I became. And in that, I'm being so seen right now. Yeah. But yeah, for a long time I didn't feel seen at all, or like not much. And then I was also I realized I was creating a story like, oh, no one sees me. And guess what? The self-perpetuating prophecy, self-fulfilling prophecy. Here we go. Yeah. So I stopped that belief and I feel really seen. And yeah, I actually do. So thank you for seeing me. I see you too. If you don't feel seen, reach out to me. I see you. I'm really good at seeing people, because our biggest weakness, our biggest like heartaches, our core wound in this timeline is also our biggest superpower once we alchemized it. So one of my superpowers is I really see people. I like see who they are and what they need, and I like give it to them on the golden tray, like, I see you, this is what you are, and here's more parts of your soul mission, and I think this is what you could need. Wow. Like talking to this a mother yesterday at the dance, and I could feel her inner kid wanting to come out more, but she hasn't like come to the dance just herself and dance for a long time. And I was like really channeling through what her inner kid needed to hear to be activated. Like, hey, come and get your kid sorted and put on an outfit and we dance. And it's just like, I could see this glow inside of her. So this is what I'm really good in, like actually seeing people and giving them a reflection of who they are. Because often we just need like one outside reflection, but we need at least one to like be seen. Otherwise, it's so quickly to doubt ourselves, blah, 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 blah. So it's so important to have an outside reflection that really sees you. So I invite you to make sure to see your friends and tell them. Okay, that's it. Thanks for listening. Until next time. Peace out. Enjoy your success. Ale. A toast. Good matcha. Hosh, hosh.